Do you guys want bone blossoms that not only sell for hundreds of billions like these ones, but can sell for literal trillions? Well, there have been countless amounts of methods on the bone blossom, but today I'm going to be giving you guys the fully upgraded bone blossom method to get any bone blossom tree to have a $1 trillion bone blossom. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And if you guys want to be part of the OG 100K, hit that sub button. Let's go. All right, guys. So first things first, and I'm actually going to be doing this method in front of you guys, but you're going to need some triceratops. As you guys can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a total of 8 triceratops right now. For those who don't know how to get the triceratops, basically all you guys have to do is turn in any pet right here to the dinosaur guy, Graham, and then you will have a chance to get either a dinosaur egg or a triceratops right away. The other way is by crafting the dinosaur egg, and the only way to craft it is if you guys get to the 4th level on the DNA machine, which is honestly really easy to get. All you guys need is, I think, like 300 kilograms of prehistoric fruits. But out of the dinosaur egg, the triceratops has a 32.5% chance to be pulled out of it, which is why this method is so good. It's not like you're using the hardest pet to get, like a T-Rex, a Brontosaurus, a Pterodactyl, or even a Stegosaurus. You're using literally the 2nd most common pet out of the egg. Either way, you're going to want a total of 8 triceratops, and there is a certain way you're going to want to place them. First things first, pick up all of your garden. Pick up all of your pets, every single thing on your garden, and then you want to make sure that your triceratops is all in your hotbar. Like as you guys can see in the bottom here is literally everything from slot 3 to slot 0 is all triceratops, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 triceratops right there. Now, this is the exact method you want to place your triceratops in, and keep in mind, you don't actually need like a bunch of bone blossom seeds like I have here. All you really need is 1, but there is a problem with my garden, so I'm not even gonna lie, the triceratops method is kind of useless to me right now. What you actually want to do is have only 1 bone blossom seed on your garden at a time. So real quick, right now, I'm just going to grab my reclaimer and reclaim all of these bone blossom seeds, you know, so I don't have to actually delete them. Okay, so I have this big bone blossom seed here in the back, and then I'm gonna also claim my giant pine cone. You guys want to basically claim everything that you guys have and make sure that it is on the floor, not on the floor, but not on your garden. This is because the triceratops ability has a random chance to affect any plant in the whole entire garden. So obviously, if you guys have a whole entire garden of stuff, the bone blossom isn't even gonna get affected. So delete everything until you guys just have the bone blossoms. I'm gonna check in with you guys the second that I do that. All right, guys, I finally deleted everything on my garden except for my bone blossom tree. Now is when you're going to pull out your triceratops. Place the first one and then wait 20 seconds. Yes, you want to wait a total of 20 seconds. So I'm actually also just going to pull out a stopwatch right here, but there is a reason for this. I'm not just telling you to do this for no reason. It's because, and I can actually just show you by placing down the first triceratops, the ability of that triceratops is that every 3 minutes and 33 seconds, it rams into 3 random plants and advances their growth by 33.33 minutes. And if you didn't know that, that is literally going to automatically grow the bone blossom, and it also has a 15.28 chance to do it again each time. So I do think it's been about 20 seconds, just me explaining that, but now we place down the next triceratops, and then once this stopwatch gets to about 20 seconds, I'm going to place my 3rd triceratops, and then I'm just going to repeat that over and over and over again until I have my army of 8 triceratops. The reason you want to do this is because since you place them in a certain order and you wait every time you place them, boom, let's place down the next one right here and then just restart that timer. Basically, what that's going to do is make it so the triceratops is just going to repeat its ability like dang near every 20 seconds. And I'll explain to you a little bit more about how this method works in a second, but first I'm just going to place down all my triceratops, waiting 20 seconds each time. You guys do the same as well if you are following along. All right, and the 20 seconds is up, meaning I can place my last triceratops. Now they are going to start performing their ability soon, but what you guys want to do next is basically just place down sprinklers on your bone blossom tree. This just gives it a way higher chance to, you know, actually do something. But I'm going to place my sprinkler, and then I'm going to use the harvest tool to completely take off all of the bone blossoms off of my tree. Now, all we have to do is first of all, look right here and wait for one of the Triceratops to do their first ability. So as you guys can see here, these abilities are all staggered out exactly how I want them to be. This one's going to take 36, then the next one's going to take a minute, then the next one's going to be a minute 20, and so on, which is exactly what we want. You guys want your screen to look the exact same as mine. And now that we have sprinklers here, the second that one of the Triceratops attacks my tree, what's going to happen is the bone blossom should be pretty big, but what we're going to do is just keep on deleting it until it gets really big, right? Because there's a difference between big bone blossoms and huge bone blossoms. The big bone blossoms, I mean, they're just like decently sized, right? Like they just like look like, oh, that's not a bone blossom. They just, you know, look like something like this, but these like right next to me are huge bone blossoms, and boom, we already have my Triceratops doing in work. But since these are small, what we're gonna do is just get the shovel tool and delete these bone blossoms because yeah, they're trash, they're small, all of that, just gonna delete those. And we're just going to keep repeating this over and over again until we get the huge chance. So there actually is a certain chance on your tree for your bone blossom to be huge, and that chance is 0.5, which obviously seems very hard to get. But since the Triceratops are ramming into the bone blossom tree every freaking 5 seconds, every 20 seconds or whatever it is, it's not going to be hard to get that at all, because you guys can basically re-roll your chances every single time the Triceratops hits the tree. And boom, I mean, we're already getting some decently big ones. Like these bone blossoms alone would sell for a good amount, but still not as big as we want them to be. Remember, the huge chance is 0.5%. But yeah, this method really does all depend on luck. And if you guys do get a gold or rainbow one, don't worry about it, right? You may think, oh, just because it's gold or rainbow, I'm going to keep it. Like, oh, if this one's gold or rainbow, this one must be good. No, that's not actually at all what that means, because if that's the way you guys are running things, you're going to miss out on some really, really big bone blossoms. And another thing you guys should realize is that bone blossoms, oh, whoa, the Triceratops are going crazy, but bone blossoms actually really, not even bone blossoms, just every single tree in the game, it doesn't matter if you get rainbow on them, because there is a pet that exists that is named the butterfly, which literally automatically gives you rainbow. So it doesn't matter, right? Basically, keep on doing this though. And yes, I know a lot of it depends on luck, but keep on doing this until you guys get a huge bone blossom like this. This is the fastest possible method, the method that people use to get huge bone blossoms like this one right here that I saw in the thumbnail. Another way that works well with this is, oops, see, we're already getting really big ones. I mean, look at the size of that, bro. That is huge. And I think you could also do it with just like, you know, multiple bone blossoms, but already this one's huge. Like we can go ahead and just use the magnifying glass on this one to see the price. That one is 6 million base price. And keep in mind, that's not even like, imagine if this one, the base price on this one is honestly probably 20, 30, 40, 50 million. Like you can get stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just going to go through it one more time and then we're just going to end it, because obviously it can end up taking a long time. But you know, if you keep on doing this method, and yeah, I mean, it does actually require staring at your screen, seeing if the bone blossoms are good or not. But if you do this method, you can get huge ones, and then obviously mutate them as much as possible so you can turn it into a $1 trillion bone blossom. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.